Right now, as you read this, your body is quietly getting ready to betray you. By the end of this video, you will almost certainly yawn. Maybe you already did. Just reading the word yawn is often enough to set one off. So here is the strange part. Nobody fully knows why we do it. You yawn before you are even born. Newborn babies yawn in their very first hours of life. And people who were born blind yawn too, without ever seeing one. You yawn when you are tired and when you are bored. You yawn when you see a stranger do it across a room. It is one of the most common things your body does, and it is one of the least understood. So let's ask the real question. Why do we yawn? And why on earth is it so contagious? First, forget what your teacher told you. For centuries, everyone had the same neat little answer. Yawning, they said, pulls in extra oxygen when your blood runs low. It sounds obvious. It feels true. It is also almost certainly wrong. In the 1980s, a scientist named Robert Provine put it to the test. He had people breathe pure oxygen. If the old idea was right, their yawning should have stopped. It did not. Then he gave them air loaded with carbon dioxide. That should have made them yawn like crazy. It did nothing. Your blood oxygen, it turns out, barely moves when you yawn at all. He even had them exercise until their breathing doubled. Still, the yawns kept coming at the same steady rate. So the oxygen story, repeated for 2,000 years, simply fell apart, which left scientists with a much better mystery. If it is not about air, what is a yawn actually for? The leading idea today is beautifully simple. Think of your brain like a hard-running engine. An engine that works hard gets hot, and the hot brain does not think well. So your skull may need a radiator. This is the brain cooling hypothesis, championed by Andrew Gallup. Your brain guards its temperature as fiercely as any computer chip. Here is how the cooling trick works. That huge gape stretches your jaw wide open. That stretch pumps a rush of blood up toward your head. At the same time, you pull in a deep gulp of cooler outside air. The cool air chills the blood like wind over a radiator, and freshly cooled blood flows into an overheated brain. It sounds wild, but the evidence keeps stacking up. People yawn more in winter when the outside air can actually do the cooling. When the air outside is as hot as your body, yawning barely helps, and we do it less. Scientists even have a name for that narrow sweet spot: the thermal window. In one clever study, warming a person's forehead made them yawn far more. Pressing something cool to that same forehead made the yawns nearly vanish. Even just breathing through your nose can shut a yawn down. Your nose already cools the blood behind your face, so the radiator is not needed. This is also why yawns cluster at strange moments. You yawn right before sleep and right after waking up. Those are exactly the moments your brain is switching gears. From asleep to awake, from bored to alert. A yawn may be the little jolt that resets the whole system. That is also why a deep yawn so often drags a full body stretch along with it. Your brain running its cooling fan right before a change of state. And that brings us to the strangest part of all. The reason a yawn can jump from one person to another. You already know this feeling. Someone across the room opens wide, and a few seconds later, your own jaw betrays you. This is contagious yawning, and roughly half of all adults catch one this way. You do not even need to see it. Hearing a yawn can trigger you. Reading about one can trigger you. Thinking about one can be enough. So why does it spread? The best guess points to a single word: empathy. Your brain is wired to mirror the people around you. Special cells may fire when you watch someone else move. You feel a flicker of what they feel, and your body quietly copies it. And here is the clue that makes this so convincing. You catch yawns most from the people you love. One study watched over 100 people for a whole year. Yawns spread fastest between close family and dear friends. They spread slowest between total strangers. The closer the bond, the stronger the contagion. Children show us the very same story, right from the start. Babies yawn, but they do not catch yawns from others. That contagious version does not switch on until around age 4, right when a child first learns that other people have their own minds. And it is not only humans who share the yawn. Chimpanzees catch yawns from each other, and even from us. Dogs can catch a yawn straight from their owner. It has been seen in wolves, in monkeys, even in parrots. Yawning itself is astonishingly old. Fish do it, snakes do it, birds do it in the nest. It may be one of the oldest reflexes the backbone ever invented. Yawning may be an ancient thread of connection between social animals. So let's go back to where we started. Why could you not stop the yawn creeping up on you? Because a yawn is not a choice. Scientists call it a fixed action pattern. Once it begins, it runs to the end, just like a sneeze. There is no such thing as half a yawn. Clamp your mouth shut and the yawn just leaks out through your nose. It lasts about 6 seconds and it will not be denied. So the next time one sneaks up on you, notice what it really is. Maybe a radiator cooling a tired brain. Maybe an invisible thread tying you to the people nearby. A tiny, ancient reflex we still cannot fully explain. For something so ordinary, a yawn hides a surprising amount of biology. And be honest, did you yawn during this video? If you did, your empathy just gave you away. If this made your brain a little happier, subscribe to Brain Quirk for more.